Greetings and salutations. We are back once again with this time playing Iron Nest, a game that just came out. I played the demo and this game is super sweet, so without further ado, let's crack right on in. Alright. Time to calibrate this gun. Read, measure, calculate, load. Rotate and elevate and fire. This is how we run this gun. Alright. Got our commands. Iron Nest is operational. Calibration fire is ordered. Plot your firing trajectory to target on the map. Fire HE shell at the target. Iron Nest location H355 target coordinates. Target is at Q442. So we're at H355, Q422. So H355, that is already marked. Q442, okay. So we draw the line. Fantastic. So we are at. God, this would be such an incredible game in VR with all the tactile little things you gotta do. 8.91, which is 2 charges. We calculate that we need to be at 53.46 degrees. So we load an HE shell. Deploy 2 charges. And cram those things in. Alright, we need to be at bearing 85.5. Gotta let this thing run for a little bit. Can't do the elevation until everything's loaded. Oh. There we are. And now we've fine-tuned this. Oh, a little too far. There we are. Now 53, so it's gonna be a little bit above 45. Let that thing do its job. What's this? Oh, that's new. That is new. Alright, we're at 47.2. We need to be up another 6 degrees. 51, 2, 3, 3.46. Alright. So I don't always do this, but we have a confirmed fire mission. We have the correct shell. We have the correct bearing. We have the correct elevation. The gun is armed. Fire. And now we get to watch a little caliper tell us where our shell went. And we'll get, Hey, that's a populated zone, isn't it? Huh. That's a potential problem. Oh, you can see my mouse taking that across the map. Anywho. And impact. Dead on. Calibration confirmed. Iron Nest is combat ready. Stand by for operational orders. Quarters are located below. Retire to your bunk and stand down for the night. Oh, well. Oops. I think that just said we had a couple of... Well, that's, not ideal, but, you know. Hey, hello, welcome. Monster strike on Mercy Ward. Anti-monarchists detonated a bomb in the hospital's entry courtyard, murdering 163 and making over 300 citizens. A brutal atrocity meant to shatter the very heart of Castile. The attack occurred during visiting hours, which has been described by the king as particularly unsporting. Yeah, the fact that our shell just hit the hospital definitely has nothing to do with that. Um, hey, all medals on the calibration mission. Alright, fire and light. Intelligence has identified an anti-monarchist element operating within the city. Separately, High Command has scheduled a celebratory illumination over the Royal Palace to mark the General's Peace Initiative. Iron Nest has been assigned to both operations. Alright, we're here to shoot rebels and light up the skies, I guess. Alright. Alright, we're still at H355. Alright, spotter 1 and 9330288. So just real quick, we are going to place our spotters. So N 9 3 3. So that's one spotter. Spotter 2 is O 2. Oh, all the way down here. He's at 8 8. So right there. Alright, that's our spotters marked. 85 degrees from spotter 1 and 37 degrees from spotter 2. So we are actually going to switch to our yellow pencil because that will not give us bearings. So spotter 1, we are looking at 95 degrees from you. So we're looking at right there. And spotter 2, looking at 37 degrees. So we are looking at that. And that is our target. In 3-8. And so now we switch to our red pencil. We get our range and angle. There we are. So 65 degree, 0.8 degrees. And we're at 12.94. So almost 13 kilometers. Thankfully, I don't have to do the math myself for all this nonsense. Alright, we need to be at 51.76 degrees. Alright, so we want that HE shell. Load it in. 1, 2, and 3 charges. Slam those things in there. We need to slam on over to 51.76. Oh, I'm way too hard. Got distracted by something. Swing that thing back. Oh wait, no, 65.8. What am I doing? Oh. Overshot again, but alright, there we are. 65.8. And this needs to be a little over... Oh, wait, no. It's like 51. So let's put that there. Oh. Okay, that's good. 51.76. All right. Oh. Fun fact, this stuff does not matter. You don't actually have to do it. It's just fun to click all the things. Is it gonna transfer us over? No? Okay. So yeah, we can watch our shell traveling along. Let's see what happens, because we're using a HE, so it's a pretty big blast radius. Shame you can't... Oh, you can move this. So yeah, it's about... We're gonna hit about that much stuff. Hey, we got it! Target destroyed. Reconnaissance photos transmitted. 2 additional hostiles elements have been identified in the recon photos. Destroy both before proceeding. Glory to Castile. So I don't need that anymore. That is done. Need those, that information. Okay, cool. So now, clean up the map a little bit. Don't need that. If I fire right there, I can get up both, so no reason not to go for a little collateral. Alright, good stuff. 68.2, 1301 kilometers, so just a little bit further. So we're gonna need to load the next shell. It's got... Yeah. So this whole game is about basically running this giant piece of artillery for, the glory of Castile, which is, dubiously glorious, if we're being honest. Alright, so we need to wind this back up to 68.2. There we are. Now I gotta wait for the gun to do its elevation. It'll be pretty close to, what we want. So fire mission confirmed, shell confirmed, bearing confirmed. We're still waiting on elevation. Let's arm the gun in the meantime. Just save ourselves a step. Alright, we are at 5204. There we are. Bam! I love how the entire thing shakes when you fire off the rounds. Alright. Travel looks good. Oh, also, fun fact, on the little watch on the bottom right, you can see it counting down how long it'll take for the, shell to land. And, when you unlock the second gun, it'll track them independently. And... Splash, and good kill on both. Targets destroyed, phase 1 complete. A second fire mission is now authorized. High Command orders Starburst over Royal Palace. Alright, so... Fire in the vicinity of the marked coordinates below. Ground observer will mark corrections directly on impact recon photos. Adjust, then repeat fire until High Command confirms satisfactory burst position. Yellow numbers equals distance from impact point to target. Yellow arrows are direction from impact point to target. Okay, yes. Approximate illumination coordinates. Okay. That's pretty exact. Okay, so we get to actually use a different tool this time. So, going to spotter 1. So it is... Well, I mean, I guess we can just use this because... So we're going at 68.2 from back in 256. 256. Okay, yes, that makes more sense. 256. And we are going 13.01 kilometers. That's 13 right there. Good enough. All right, our approximate coordinates are right there. So we're only going to 7.31, which means we only need 2 charges. One thing I kind of hope they do at some point is like have different shells with different weights. Because it's kind of silly for everything to weigh the exact same amount. No, don't want an HE shell. We want a star shell. Alright, in it goes. One and two. And let it rip. We're gonna wanna rip this thing the other way. Okay. Okay, that's locked in. I want to drop that down to about there so that doesn't go too far. Alright, just another 60 or so degrees. Hearing all the machinery go, it just tickles something in me. No, so I am in the Iron Nest, so if you look on the map, you can see like a little model of it for the warboard. So I'm in this thing. It's a giant mobile artillery unit. Alright. So now I'm just rotating my turret to 291.6. Elevation up just a little bit to 4386. And we are a go for firing. About 25 seconds till impact. So you can see it tracking our star shell. And they'll tell us how much we messed up by. You can hear the gun coming back down, getting ready to be reloaded. Alright, 4.17 kilometers in this direction. Makes sense. 4.17, fantastic. Alright, now we switch back to our red pencil. Don't need that information anymore. We're dropping it right here on 3-4. Alright, we're down to a scant 5.87. New calculation. Load the next shell in sequence. And shove that thing in. Oh wow, we're only down to 35 degrees. 1 and 2. And slam that thing in. Alright, we need to be up to 326.7. So yeah, like, for the kind of person that I am, this game very much tickles something in the brain just right. That's actually going to be like down here. Alright. God, this would... Being able to do this tactilely with a VR setup would be Incredible. 35.22. Star Shell, 32.67. Away we go. Oh, only 20 seconds this time. Let's see how we did. Okay, dead on. I command the Iron Net Starburst position confirmed satisfactory. Fire mission complete. Stand down until further orders. Glory to Castile. Alright, only 2 shots. That's actually not bad. It usually took me like 3 shots for, that's a little north. Well, close enough. Usually took me like 3 shots to get it right during the demo, so I am happy with 2 shots. A night of celebration marred by atrocity. On an evening set aside for the honor of... Oh. Well, you know, I have some practice at this game in the demo. On an evening set aside to honor the general's continued pursuit of peace, the anti-monarchists remind us all that no such pursuit concerns them. Their only correspondence arrives written in the blood of the innocents. Yes, we are definitely the good guys here. Hey! All gold on Fire and Light. Yeah, I mean, like, this game is very much one of the ones that kind of is taking a poke at fascism of, like, you were very clearly and obviously working for the bad guys to the point where it is almost comical. Like, if you notice on the reports on the first mission, there was a hospital in the blast radius of my quote-unquote calibration firing, and then the paper was that the anti-monarchists blew up the hospital during visiting hours. So, yeah. Anti-monarchist forces have maintained an occupation of Ciudad Real. High Command has ordered the city restored to the crown. IRNS has been repositioned to support the operation. Requisition procurement is authorized to meet operational standards. Alright, we're starting... Oh, yeah, absolutely, it's terrible. But, you know, it's one of the kinds of games that kind of leans into the pastiche, and it's very much self-aware about the fact that it's terrible. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see where they take that narrative. Oh, okay. It's all wobbly because we're moving. So, yeah, things are not steady because, our, I-653. Okay. I-6... 5... 3. Alright, we're right here now. The city is to be cleared of hostile elements to destroy 5 hostile infantry units within the designated urban sector. The requisition console is authorized for ammunition and powder charge procurement at your discretion. Spotter bearings are accurate within 0.5 degrees. This margin rarely affects a fire mission. It may matter when bearings run near parallel or when several measurements compound. Request additional intel if the solution seems uncertain. Okay. Spotters 1, 2, and 3. Alright, while that's typing out, let's get our spotters on the board. K9. You're up here, and you're at 3, 7. Spotter 2 is at H, I, J. Oh, you're nearby. J8, 30. And 3 is at B. Oh, wow, you're all the way down here. B155. All right. That's all that good stuff. All right, so infantry 1, 2, 3. All right. Oh boy. Okay, so for number 1, spotter 1, we're at 235. So you're up. Okay, this must be Ciudad Real, must be this area. Okay. 235. Spotter 2 is 242. There's that. So that should be the approximate location of enemy 1. Enemy 2 is 275 from 2. Oh, you're up here. Alright. And 1 degree from 3, so almost directly straight up. Alright. Number 2 is here. And now we get to use a new tool, which is the compass, which gives us a distance radius. So I need 8.75 from 1. And then I need 8.7 from 2. And that's number 3. Very good. That's you right there. Very good, very good. I don't have any shells, though. So, I need to go over here and requisition some stuff. Do I have powder charges in both? 90 and 90. Okay, cool. I have powder charges in both. We're gonna start with an HE. 1 for the left, 1 for the right. Fantastic. So now we have some shells to fire. Alright. Got the red pencil selected. So let's hit targets 2 and 3 to start with. Alright, so we are firing. There we are. We're firing HEs at 7.3 and 7.9. 7. So that's 2 charges for each of these. Nope, not 3. Oh. Wonder if you can unlock that. Interesting. Anyway, so that is the bottom one. And the second one is 7.97. That's the upper one. Alright, good stuff. So we're gonna just get both these loading. We're gonna spin this way. I think spinning counterclockwise will be faster. Getting both these things loaded up. Alright, there we are. Oop. Need to be a little bit further over. Oop. Ah, stop. Stop. Alright, I'll just do it by hand for here. 299.6. There we are. Okay, we're setting both these about 45. Actually, you're a little bit under, you're a little bit higher. You're 47.82. Fantastic. Everything looks good, so we are gonna send the first round. And now we go down to 289.2. A little too far. 2. And then this guy is at 43.8. Oh. And we can send that one too. So yeah, first hit, dead on the money. That's unfortunate. We're gonna hit that guy. Oh well. I believe that is what in the business they refer to as acceptable losses. Alright. These are good fire missions. And ooh, pair of casualties there. That's unfortunate. That was nestled right in. Nothing I really could have done. Portable enemy ammunition. Conduct a brief recon flight over grid P4. Alright. So we're gonna get a scout plane over here. We're gonna... Oh, no. P4. We're gonna ask for that. Alright, we have a good intel on a high-value target. So we're gonna need a AP shell in the left magazine. Oop. We're gonna need to whip this thing around. This is it's just like almost in the exact opposite direction of where we are. Alright, we're at 60.79. We're using AP. Alright. Slam that forward. Alright. 2 of these, because you try to be efficient with your time while doing this. Alright, there we are. Alright, close enough. I'll fix that in a second. Send in the charges. 106.9. There we are. Gonna need to be at 40.74. A little bit more like that. In the meantime, let's do some calculations for these 2 targets. Let's hit that one like there so we don't catch that second friendly. Alright. Just adjust this down a little bit further. Alright, we got an HE shell in the tube, so let us send it. Alright, we're going down all the way to 5.3. this is back to HE. And good hit. Like hit. Nice. Alright, 5.3. Request calibration. That one is done. You can put it with the others. And then the next one is 6.25. Alright. You have to go request some more shells. That's 10. HEs are 10. You know what? Well, no, let's do HEs, because... yeah. We're gonna risk some collateral here. Alright, cool. So we need to whip this thing around again. Yeah, that's it. Okay, we're not too far from where we need to be. Only about 50. Oh, wait, no. We are very far from where we need to be. Alright. In you go. In you go. Wonder how they transport these shells onto the machine so quickly. Oh. How you doing? Keep going. How'd that thing get stopped? One and... okay. Oh. Oh, hell. Ah, that's a problem. Okay, this one is calculated with 3 charges. That needs to be at 25 degrees. Oh, boy. Oh, that's the first time I've made that mistake. Cool. Those guys are back again. Okay, okay, I calculated that for the further one, so I need to be at bearing 3, 6, 7, 272.5, and you need to be all the way down at like 25 degrees. Right there. You need to be at like 30 degrees. Oop, I do not want them linked. 272.5. Okay, cool. 25 even. Cool. Left gun armed and fire. Alright, now we gotta get this to 254. Just spinning this thing. 7, 6, 5, and 4. 0.8. Oh, and that was... where did that shell go? Direct hit infantry number 5 destroyed. Oh, okay, cool. That was that one. Okay, good. So that went where I wanted it. There is no way for me not to hit a friendly right there, is there? Number 1 is just like dead on the same spot as that dude. That is unfortunate. Well. Oh well, dude. Shouldn't have been in the exact... shouldn't be in melee with the squad that we're planning to shell. Hell, and I've already loaded 2 charges. Okay, so we're at 2 charges at 4.71. Right, we're at 28.26. So, a little lower. There we are. Alright, send that. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Let's send an HE to the right magazine again. Huh. Anyway. Yeah, that's that one. I want to keep the 295. I need 7.35 kilometers. That's done. There's that. Alright, let's load this last HE shell. One and 2 charges. And send that. 295. 7, 8, 9. Oh, come on. Oop. 95.1. That'll be up here. Ooh, okay, not too bad. Let's actually get a little closer, though. 44.10. And that is a good shot on target. Look at that thing go. Alright, that should end this fire mission. Here we are. High command to Iron Nest. Sector clear. Local garrison will consolidate from this point. Stand down until further orders. Glory to Castile. Good stuff. Ugh. Bad intel's the worst. Oh. I have a cat? How am I? Aww. Hello, Hastor. That's new. Hastor wasn't in the demo. Royal City reclaimed. Ciudad Real, December 19th, 1927. The Royal City is restored in the crown to the crown this morning as the general drives the anti-monarchist occupation from its streets. The city, His Majesty the King, was pleased to learn is almost majority intact. Alright. Oh, small apartment. Last seen intact before Tuesday evening. Reward offered for reusable bricks. Ah. Jesus. Enforce the liberation. Got Marksman's Cross. Yeah, that was unfortunate. Didn't get the Austerity Service Medal yet. Hell. Oh well. Counter battery. Enemy forces have deployed artillery across the river in response to the recent operations. This was anticipated. IRNS has been cleared for active engagement under direct fire conditions for the first time. So now, actions have consequences. Cool. Alright, the operation has entered its active phase. Restore master power switch to on before proceeding. Enemy forces have deployed artillery across the river in response to recent activity. This was anticipated. Prioritize an elimination of all identified artillery assets. Destroy what remains in detail. So we're at I-653, R-1070, L-522, K-181. Alright, first things first, let us get set up. This nut on the board just... Can I... Oh, I can get rid of it. Okay, cool. Okay, so we are at I-653. We are here. Spotter 1. GQR10 70. Spotter 1. L522. JK L5. So I'm pretty sure all our spotters are going to be on this side of the river. And then K181. Oh, wow. Well, kind of. Alright, there we are. Clear that. Oh, I guess it decided that it was going to... Oh. Oh, right. A little bit of sunshine out top. What the... What's this? Dear Ironess, while advancing, I fell into one of your footprints outside Kudad Real and twisted my ankle while I was trying to climb back out. It landed where my squad was standing at. Now, the only one left, I can still hear them. I don't know if I'll ever stop hearing them. Everyone keeps telling me I was lucky. My mother would have said it wasn't luck. She would have said God put that hole there to save me. But God didn't put that hole there. You did. Tomas. Well, that's new. No one sent me notes before. Okay. First things first. Alright, be prepared. Counter battery timer will commence once your first shell lands. So, basically, what that means is figure your stuff out before you start shooting. Right, 100 from spotter 2, so that'll be like there. Okay, cool. Get the nuts off the board. And 193 from 1. Four, 3. Alright. Bogey 1 is here on Q443. Bogey 2 is 210 from 1, so that's going to be over this way. Alright. And 40 from 3. Whew. Those are pretty similar lines right there. Alright, we're in the Q748. Number 2. Those are not very close by each other. And number 3 is 6.53 from 3. 0.53. And 8.37 from 1. 8.37. And these circles overlap twice, but they should be on this side of the river, so it'll be right here in this hostile town. At least that's what we'll tell ourselves it is. Okay, looks like 1 and 3 are our two closest. So we're gonna go from bottom to top, so can do 3. Then 1. And then 2. Okay, cool. Got $500. So we're gonna just go for 3 HE shells. 2 on the left, 1 on the right. Yeah, that works. Good stuff. Alright. So we're at 9.49. Using HE. 2 charges. That is 1. 7 point... Well, let's do 8.28. I just set it down lower. That works. And then it is 7.93. All right. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Let's bring the magazine around. Okay. Slam that thing forward, slam this thing forward. First thing I need is to be at 112. 1, 2. 1, 2. Forward. Forward. Alright. 17, RT 13, 112.3. Fantastic. And you are at 56. I don't want to fire anything until I am as prepared and ready to go as possible. Oh, I didn't send this one forward. I thought I had. That explains why I'm not having it unlock. Well, now we get to watch the locking sequence. That giant thing goes in, and then that little corkscrew tightens it in. Alright, this one is at 47, so just a little bit above 45. Alright, so this one needs to be 56. Come on. Come on. 56.94. There we go. This one needs to be 47.58. Wow, I got that one actually pretty close. Alright. So, left gun is locked. P694 at 112.3. So that is fire mission go. Then before that shell even lands, I need to get this over to 97.3. 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, at 47.58. Lock and load. Alright. That shell went what? What the hell? Okay, not. That's not good. Why are my shells going so wide? Do I have my position wrong? I mean, I 653. God damn it. Okay, I need more shells. Okay. This is bad. Okay, gotta go back to 112. Okay. 12.3. Well, this just shows what you really need to be doing to make sure that you, are being very accurate with making sure you're reading correctly. Oh boy. Counter battery in... I got a few minutes. Hardest part is going to be waiting for the, cannons to elevate. Thankfully, they should be set appropriately. So as soon as that guy is at appropriate elevation, it's going off. Okay, well, that sucks. Doop, doop, doop. 6.94. Bam, bam. And fire. Now we crank this thing down to 97.3. Alright. Now we fire the other gun. Hold this down. Okay. So waiting for the gun to open up. What? Oh, I'm an idiot. Okay. I just fired at the exact same positions. I need to redo all my maths. All this stuff is useless. I don't know why I thought I could just reuse all that stuff. Okay. I have wasted so many shells. This is exactly how you don't want to be doing this mission. Jesus. Okay. There's that. Okay. Okay, 7.37. Not learning curve. I put the goddamn, I put my marker in the wrong sector, so I was working off bad data. That was entirely my own fault. Okay. So, load. load. Yeah. Okay, so we want... Oh boy. Yeah, ideally I would have already splashed, well, quite frankly, everything. 117 point... Okay, need to get these going. And fine-tune that. Oh! I think I just got blown up. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I goofed that so hard that I got shot. Um... I am now taking fire. As you can see, everything is smoking. Yep. That. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm failing this mission. Uh, this is 59.88, so just about 60, 49, so that's gonna be about there, I want to say. Okay, 117.9. Oh, yeah. There we are. That's the end of the mission. Okay. Well, that's embarrassing. Let's work with good data this time. Yeah, it just... I can do it again. It just sucks that, I beansed it quite that badly. That's the thing, I'm not, like I said, I put a decent amount of time into the demo. Okay. I-653. So what happened last time is that I took this, so I-653, and put it in I-553. So I was aiming with, the wrong grid coordinates. Okay, spotters 1, 2, and 3. Oh, those two spotters are close to each other. I don't like that. 1088. You're right there. L544. All right, and L106. Okay, now all this stuff is in the appropriate spot. There's that. All right. Spotter 1, 178. There. And spotter 2, 83. So that's about... there. So that's target 1. Bingo. 2 is 131 from 1. That's gonna be a bit more this way. 31. Perfect. Then spotter 3 is 56 degrees. It's gonna be like that. Yeah, there we are. That is bogey 2. Yeah, honestly, well, the first time I did this, I didn't even know about the alternate tools that I'm using now, so yeah, 98.5 out. 985. That's almost equal with 1. Is that? Then from 1, it's 6.96. 696. Okay, this is actually good. That is actually phenomenal because that puts two of them very close to each other. That puts 3 right here. It's actually putting them all in a pretty good cluster for me. We're gonna go 3, 2, 1, I think. So 3. No. We're gonna do 2, 3, 1. Okay. 2. 3. And 1. Fantastic. Okay, so 6.48. Doing HEs. 6.48. Confirm. Next is 10.6, so these are both gonna need 3 charges. That one's that. Then 11.31. There we go. Alright, let's order my shells. So we want 3 HEs. 2 on the left, 1 on the right. Okay. Load both shells. Oh. Wrong button. Alright, both of these are 3 charges. 1, 2, and 3. Send that. 1, 2, 3. Send that. We're going to 85.7. That's 70 and 80. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.7. Good. Oop. Close that. Don't want to be going down there. So 42 and 45. All right, 42.40. And that's 45.24. Good. Okay. So, right, locked, and firing. Now we crank this to 91.6. Lock and fire. Now it's 94.4. Alright, that's splash 1. Alright, good hit on 1. Alright, cool. Now it's just gotta load the third shell. Good hit on 2. Hey, have a good night. Load 2 charges. Throw them in. Well, that clips right there. That's unfortunate. I really shouldn't have had a dangly thing at the end of that. Alright. Now this goes down to here. Fantastic. Alright. Get to the upper 30s. Oh. Alright, 38.8. 8. Alright. And fire. And that will be a good strike on all 3 targets. 10 seconds till impact. I can just watch this one happen, because I've got 5 minutes. High command to Iron Nest. Counter battery assets destroyed. 4 hostile units remain across the river. Consolidate the sector. Destroy remaining elements and stand by. Fantastic. Okay, so we gotta... So I got 2 of them right there. That's 3 and 4. Let's get a recon flight from R3, I think. Fantastic. Let's do that. Okay, well that got me that guy. Can get an HCHE. I could get them both in one, but I don't know if that's doable. What do I have access to? AP, Star, Incendiaries. How's Incendiary do? You know what? We're gonna try an Incendiary round. Gotta... That's a medium, so it's probably like that. Let's do it like here, and maybe it'll spread. Alright. These are all good kills. Oh, let's get rid of the compass. Alright. Let's do that. Alright, we're going to an Incendiary at 11.09. Oh, I have another HE shell. Why do I have another HE shell? Interesting. Anyway, 81.11, huh? You know, 1.1. And this will be at 44.36. there any ammunition over here? No. Right, let's pull that lever down. Medium capacity, high explosive shell, medium blast radius. Okay, so this will be equivalent to an HE. 1.34 36 1.1 lock and launch. Sound will probably travel faster than the air. Might travel faster. I don't actually know if these are traveling supersonic. That's an interesting question. And splash. Okay. Destroyed them. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna get them. That's unfortunate. Well, that's a good hit. Let's just nail them with an HE. 11.44. Using HE. Slam that thing forward. Yeah, the lamp clipping there is unfortunate. 1, 2, 3. And slam that thing forward. You know what? While I'm doing this, let's math out that one. 802. Alright. Let's slap that into the right magazine. Slam that thing forward. It needs to be 80.4. Oh. Kind of surprising these guys never move, despite the fact that they know that artillery has a peg. Alright, so that's 4576. Alright. And you need to be 4812. Let's put you there. Lock and launch. And that now needs to be in the 90s. $92 on the nose. And, lock. 4812. Oh. Another counter battery? Huh. Assets deployed recent. Okay, well, thankfully, I just got fresh recon on that. But. Okay, that. And that. Alright. 1093. And 11, 16. Alright, now we gotta put a magazine shell in both magazines. Alright, let's do 89.9 first. Alright. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Slam. Slam. Okay. Both of them are going to be a little under 45. Going to be a little bit more under than this one. Alright, I still have, like, 6 minutes. This is no issue. Okay, maybe I should, you know what, let's just do the left gun first this time. There. This is 4372. Alright. Lock and load. Alright. Crank this over a little bit. For 77.1 and set. I get to watch my shells splash. Ooh, that one went real wide for some reason. Because I was not at 82.9. Oh, what am I doing? Oh, I'm waiting for the stupid thing to finish cycling. Alright, well, I got one of them, so I still have another 6 minutes. Send that. Okay, so yeah, I need 82.9, so I need 73.2. Wow, I am just beansing this one all left and right. Oh, left, right, and center. Probably did 89.2 because I am very smart. Sure does take a while to figure out where I am. It's not like I moved. Every shell has come from the exact same place. Oh, is it adjusting the timer depending on the elevation actively? That's fun. 4372. Yep. Lock it and load it. Probably should have confirmed my fire coordinates last time, but I got cocky. There we are, that one's lit. Going along the lines. Hey, there's my last target. Oh, wait, no. That's the thing I just shot at. Whoops. Okay, cool. Secondary counter battery asset destroyed. One hostile unit remains across the river. No further threats are anticipated. High command is confident. Um, man, I do not have eyes on this guy. I guess I'll try a F7 recon flight. Or not an F7. P7. All right. Nothing there. Let's try horizontal from N2. There we are. Wow, he was way the hell away from everyone. What a rat. Alright, buddy. Just for that, getting you with an AP shell. In the right magazine. 5.97 kilometers. $5.97. Thank you. Armor piercing shell, minimal bursting charge, minimal blast radius. Lock it. Charges. Load them. Crank that thing. Come on, there we are. Fantastic. 123.2. And this needs to be all the way down here. Alright, very good. Four and 5. 82. Kapow. 20 seconds of flight. Shot looks clean. Do we sink them? Are we seriously overkilling this squad with the direct impact with an armor-piercing shell? We sure are. Dead center. Infantry 2 destroyed. Sector is clear. Iron Nest is to stand down. Glory to Castile. Oh, another note. Dear Iron Nest, well, okay. It opened up again. Okay. Oh. Okay. Oh. Come here, faster. We're going to bed. Castile's Mechanized Wonder. Madrid, January 29th, 1928. Foreign observers stunned by the Iron Nest smite, a new era of warfare. The general declares that the world scrambles to respond to the unveiling. General vows the Iron Nest project is exclusively a preemptive self-defense measure. The Iron Nest, a shield, not a sword, the general insists. Extra press, world press reacts. Extraordinary, alarming. What exactly is that? Bread prices stable, except where explosive. For sale, mystery meat. Reinforced lunch pails. Maps of Madrid, 1580 edition. Alright, that's put down answer. I got everything except for the austere service. Oh, I got the HCHE. High capacity high explosive shells. I do like the fact that you can watch all my nonsense on the map over here. Alright, I think I've got one more in me. The first mission that was outside of the demo, Iron Road. Via de Mula sits astride the supply corridor. High Command intends to set her ahead of the coming advance. The garrison there is expecting reinforcements by rail. Alright. Allied forces are advancing on de Mula. The town controls the primary supply corridor through La Mancha. Its capture is required to sustain the offensive. An enemy troop train is inbound along the corridor, reinforcing the garrison ahead of the advance. The train will reach Via de Mula main station at approximately T-1650 and intercept before arrival. Check secondary typewriter for train movement schedule. A490. Waypoint A. Oh boy. Main station at J604. Rail line runs straight, bearing 90 degrees from main station. Waypoint A, 6 kilometers, 4 kilometers, and 2 kilometers. Oh hell, I don't have long. Okay. Let's see. So we are a 490. Nope. Right there. Main station is J6. J604. Okay, right here, that makes sense. So we got 2 kilometers, 4 kilometers, and 6 kilometers. Right there. Okay. So what I want to do is hit here. Okay, do I have a shell? I do not. I need a single HE shell. My left magazine. .28. Calculate. Okay, so load. Okay, 650. So we need to be at 80 degrees. 1, 2, 3. Okay, there's that. Push that in. .3. Okay, so it needs to be at 10:06:50. We're at 57.2. Oh boy. So I'm gonna have to figure out exactly a little bit further. 7.12. Okay, so that is 37 seconds. So at 10:06:30, We are good. Our mission. We just gotta wait a little bit longer. So 37 seconds. Yeah, we gotta. 10:06:13 is our fire point. So, all we gotta do is wait another minute. Not exactly the most riveting gameplay, but, you know, gotta get it done. Okay. Firing in about 30 seconds. This is both stressful and not really exciting. Okay. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Firing. Okay. Perfect. 25 seconds, it was at 25 seconds, so we should splash this thing dead on. Yeah, we're good. We got this thing. Three, two, one, splash. Direct hit, crane tripled in a single strike. Well executed, operator. Destroy and detail any remaining train cars and disembarked reinforcements. Glory to Castile. Okay, cool. So if I were to say use an HCHE, how much could I get in one? I should have just done an HCHE there. I can get those two, and then I'll just do. Well, if I do this, let HE cover it. No, HCHE is required to get 2 in 1. Okay, so HCHE. Ooh, maybe? Let's be a little greedy. That is at that impact point right there. So we are going to requisition an HCHE shell. HCHE at 1444. Thank you. Ooh, it's a green one. High capacity, high explosive shell. Thin walled, maximum bursting charge, or large blast radius. Sender. I should probably grab an HE shell in the other magazine. Because I can also just, like, shoot at that other guy. Alright, and And that one is 1541. I do kind of wish there was a reason to change the shell type. Alright. Let's send you 1, 2, 3. And load it. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Because this thing's gotta go. Alright, so 79.2. Alright. What's that? I really am wishing that I used BHCHE right off the bat. Alright, 57.7. 46.23. Alright, so we are at 79.2 for the HCHE. And firing. That's going to take a minute, so now we're going to go down to 80.6, 46.23, and firing. Within about 6 through 7 seconds of each other, we'll get these hits and see how we do. Let's just clear all these lines off. Pretty up the board a little bit. Alright. Oh, we've actually... Ooh, yes! Good hit on that one. Oh, there's another target over there. Alright. Enemy armor, enemy infantry, troop car B, priority target caboose destroyed. Well done, operator. Allied infantry hold position, awaiting your signal to commence the assault. 2 armored emplacements block their assault trajectory. Allied infantry cannot advance until they are destroyed. Ordnance, the armored emplacements require AP shells to destroy. Signal the assault. Use your war horn located hanging to the left of the trigger console or to the back right of the map table to signal the successful destruction of both armored emplacements. Caution, signaling before you have completed your task will result in mass casualties. Did we... A490... Okay, okay, I haven't moved, so... I don't need any of this. Or these. Pillbox 1, pillbox 2. The thing is that I've got eyes on one of the pillboxes already. Anyway, so I need to move this spotter to H676. H676. Spotter 2 is I5. 5, 2. Alright, so 0.072 kilometers from 1. Wow, okay, that is close by. 343 from you. Alright, that is pillbox 2. It's a good thing I need HG shells for this. Wait, no, that can't be right. Oh, there's another pillbox. Okay, so that's not a pillbox. That is... I have a chart around here somewhere. What is that? It doesn't tell me. Neat. That's actually... Hold on. That's bad info. That is pillbox 2, not pillbox 1. 2.13... from 2. And 113 from 1. Let's say, like, over here. There. That's gotta be 1 right there. One and 2. Need AP shells in both sides. There we are. Okay, so we're looking at 9.79. 2 charges. So at 82 degrees. Load AP. And let's load both sides. 1 and 2. And load. Now this is 7. 45. You do not need to go that far. You only need to be in the upper 50s. Although, realistically, unless you're trying to get a high angle, you shouldn't need any more than 45 degrees. Interesting. 74. 44, 70. All right. So we are at 58.47. 82 degrees. Gun is armed. We are firing. Alright, now we go to 74.2. And send it. Man, to be that observer watching that thing streak across the sky over your head. And good strike on that pillbox. Ooh, hello. Oh wow, I was way off. Okay. Oh, that's fine. Here's pillbox number 2. Pillbox number 1 is confirmed slashed bow. Anyway, let's load another HE into a magazine. And to the right. Alright, 768. Bop, bop. Send that. 726.8. Now I just gotta confirm elevation. That's 7608. Right, 4608, and then we can send. Box number 1 destroyed. Very good. Where do you send to? Let's scoot you up with a scotch. Alright. Very good. 46. Oh, almost exactly. Here we are. Sending it. What the? Why is that so far off from my cap? Did I? I didn't. I am a fool. 64.6. I use the distance and not the... Oh, now I just gotta... Now I gotta wait for this whole thing to happen again. Alright, there we go. Now we're pointed in the right direction. Okay, so the turret is actually... The turret on this does actually face the right direction, so if the turret's not pointing where you want to be firing, you need to reevaluate what you're doing. Kinda neat that the model moves, though. Four, 5, 6, 08. Alright, third time's a charm. That's traveling along the right line. I do believe it is shortly time to signal the boys. There we are. Good kill. Commence assault. Signal received. High command to Ironette. Approach successfully cleared. Allied infantry advancing on Via Lula. Primary objective complete. You may stand down. Optional. Remaining enemy elements in the town are no longer a required target. Continue fire support is authorized at operator discretion. Glory to Castile. Ah! I mean, that's a pretty nice triple right there. Just one for the road. There. Get away with an HE? I can get away with an HE. Alright. 84. Oh, very nice. Send that in. Watching this thing do its stuff is intensely satisfying. I only have 30 powder reserves. Anyway. Bearing is 74.7. That is the correct one this time. As you can see, the gun is pointed in the right direction. Yeah, I only want it to be like 50 degrees. Very nice. 50.82. Lock it and load it. There's no reason for me not to do this. Because that is a beautiful shot right there. Kaboom. Gorgeous. Main station destroyed, commander destroyed, enemy infantry destroyed. Nice. Well, that's sure to, hamper that. A good day's work for the Iron Nest. And I do believe that means it is time for us to put this to bed. Rebel relief derailed. Madrid, March 14th, 1927. Railway experts report that supplies are significantly less likely to reach the anti-monarchists after the railway itself has ceased to exist. His Majesty the King congratulated the general and the army on their continued transportation reforms, describing them as an investment in a brighter future for all loyal Castilians, present and future. Foreign crates found on traders' train. Quartermaster's inventory in the derailed train discovered several crates stamped Fabrique in France, a discovery officials described as unsurprising since the Republic's lacking a crown to answer to will harm anyone at all. As one officer explained, the king answers to God and history. Republic answers to whichever committee shouted the loudest that morning. Alright. Rail train arrives backwards. Yesterday, the mentioned anticipated arrival of the king's inspection train caused surprise when the entire convoy rolled into the station in reverse. The Ministry of Transportation insists this was a demonstration of retrograde propulsion excellence and denies that the locomotive overshot the junction by several kilometers. Crowds cheered nonetheless, facing whichever direction seemed most. Craters are temporary. This seal is permanent. Walk around them proudly. Direction seem most loyal. For sale. Home. Some reassembly required. Alright. I didn't, Interesting. I probably could have done those. Position report, full logistics convoy report, Iron Nest positional intel, emergency move, immediately reposition to an unknown location, pause CBT, smoke shell, covering smoke shell, non-lethal allied units advance towards the impact point. Interesting. Most kills by a single impact, 4. Average kills per impact, 2.16. I guess that's not a high enough kill per shot. Huh. Anyway, I do believe we are going to call it there for today. Um, this game is a absolute gas. But yeah. Um, check Iron Nest out if you're into pulling levers and twisting knobs and all that good stuff. The game feels incredible to play. I'll probably play PBVKM or whatever it is when that comes out on Channel 2. But until next time, I have been Seller Skew. Have a good night.